Welcome to Change Your Eating. Hello, I'm Dr. Cliff Thomas. So I have a wildly crazy question. Is it okay to eat for pleasure? Why is that even a question? Pleasure is one of the most amazing things that we have in our entire life. The only way to have an optimal life is to have pleasure in your life. But what we do is we call it cheating. We have cheat days. Cheating doesn't sound good to me, but an optimal life does have pleasure eating. So maybe we need to just reframe the way we're talking about that and put it in a slightly different context. And the context that we might ought to think about is why we're eating. Awareness is the key to all change. So if we think about why we're eating every time we eat, then we're going to be more aware of how that is affecting us day after day. So the context would be, are you eating for nutrients, pleasure, or an unmet need? Nutrients is, food's got nutrients in it. Does it have calcium, magnesium, vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C? What does it have in it? And basically, usually that's produce, that's whole foods. It's stuff that was grown on a farm or a garden and somehow made it into the produce section of the store. And pretty much any of that food has nutrients in it. So most of the time, we should mostly be eating plants, maybe some lean meat that's lean and grass-fed and that kind of thing. So we mostly should be eating nutrient food, small volumes, and mostly plants. That's nutrient eating, pleasure eating. How does it fit? Well, pleasure is one of those amazing things that we have, and probably shouldn't do it very often. Otherwise, that kind of takes away from the pleasure because it kind of gets to be routine and it probably damages us in some way. There really shouldn't be a pattern to it because then that conditions your brain for pleasure. In other words, your brain already kind of is able to skip a few steps because it knows how the thing ends. You want to enjoy pleasure as if it's the first time you've ever experienced it, and you want to experience it as it unfolds, and you want to go for quality. So if you're at a restaurant and the chef is a particularly good chocolate cake pastry chef, and he makes the chocolate cake exactly the way you like it, moist and creamy, I think you'd be absolutely crazy not to eat some. So go for quality. Don't go to the gas station and get a Milky Way. So that's what pleasure eating is all about. You shouldn't do it often, you shouldn't do it with any particular pattern, and you should go for quality. Just remember, it's totally okay to eat for pleasure. You don't want to do it often, you don't want to do it with a pattern, and you want to pick quality, and then you're going to enjoy it as much or more than you ever have in your entire life. So until another podcast, this is Dr. Cliff Thomas, and I'd like you to remember, if you want to feel better today, eat better today.